liked him.
Tell me, Eddie, who really took the pictures, you or the horse?
It was a cinch, baby. I just set the camera and said cheese to my little filly, and presto, there we were, recorded for posterity. As handsome a couple as ever graced the turf.
You mean the Boston papers didn't send a man out to cover the big event? Eddie Jack's noted con man buys racehorse. Just one little snag. He didn't pay for the nag.
Very funny. But don't you worry, sweetheart. She'll be all paid for in time for the season. And our little girl really went for the idea. She even picked her racing colors. Green silks with the shamrock.
I bet you told her that was for luck.
Oh, boy. Same old Ada. Always knocking.
Same old Eddie. Always conning. How did she go for that letter from the Jockey Club? The one that goes, Dear Mrs. Harrington, we beg to inform you that your racehorse, Rita II, has been officially registered. I was tidying your room.
Hey, give me that.
Where'd you get the stationery, Eddie? Did you make a special trip? My, that signature's real fancy. I must say, you haven't lost your touch any, just as finicky as ever. If you're gonna do a good job, Ada, you gotta really put out. A good con job deserves the best. And our Rita certainly deserves the best, doesn't she, Eddie? The best con job her old dad can't put out.
What do you mean, can't put out? It worked. She's getting a real charge out of this. It could put her back on her feet again. Well, somebody's got to do something. But I don't see you or Norm helping very much. She's got to have something to hang on to. Think of what she's been through. Use your imagination, woman.
I am. I'm seeing you trying to tell our Rita what happened to her Rita on the way to the racetrack. She couldn't make it, honey, on account of those mean old fellas from the Jockey Club just point blank refused to register your little filly. You see, sugar, they got this thing. You got to prove ownership. But, Eddie, I thought we did own her. Well, you can't register a nag you don't own. Right, Eddie?
I told you I'd come up with the money.
Well, don't count on my cash register.
Then I'll borrow it. Anything if it'll make Rita happy.
Oh, anything. Well, that's my Eddie. Always a good reason for doing the wrong thing. Never counts the cost till the bill's overdue. When are you going to learn? Life's not a con game. And especially not for you to play with Rita. She isn't a little girl anymore, Eddie. She lost a baby. You can't give her a doll, or a toy, or a racehorse. It's too late for fairy tales. You can't con Rita into being happy.
I can try. I've got to try. And not you or anybody else is going to stop me.
Well, this is the Clarion. I talked to Elliot this morning. He thinks he can find a job for you. Maybe he's got you hooked up already.
This Elliot, what kind of...
Look, it's Mr. Carson, please.
What kind of guy is he?
Well, he's the kind of a guy that would try and get you a job without asking me anything about you.
Well, if he asks, what would you tell him?
Come on, he's waiting for you. Hey, good luck.
Thanks for the good word and the lift. What's happening, Joe, baby? I'm glad I found you. Or was it the other way around?
You're the last person in the world I'd go looking for.
Maybe. Unless somebody sent you. Like Dom.
He's your friend, not mine.
Cool it.
If Dom wanted to hurt you, he doesn't need my help.
He sent you, didn't he?
Nobody sent me anywhere.
If anybody knew where I might go, it'd be you. I mean, you remembered everything my sister ever said, didn't you? About my brother, where he lives, how he always bails me out when I'm in a spot.
I never saw you scared before.
You never saw me at all. And that's what you tell Dom.
All right, Joe. You're strong. And stupid. I don't want to be within 10 feet of Dom or any of your friends.
You got close enough to me.
Don't remind me.
Maybe I don't have to. Who's kid?
I'm babysitting for some people.
Babysitting, huh? I wonder what you were doing when I saw you last night. Outside there in the snow. Must have been cold. You know, I almost didn't recognize you carrying the baby. Babysitting. So that's what you were doing.
The people are out of town.
Tell me how it is.
I don't have to tell you anything.
If Tom didn't send you, what are you doing here?
It's a free country.
Yeah, and a big one, but this is a pretty small part of it.
I wasn't looking for you, Joe.
My brother?
No.
Did you have the kid here?
I told you I'm babysitting.
Look, I said the way it is, all of it. That's why you split, isn't it? Because you knew you were going to have a kid.
She's not mine.
A girl. She's pretty. Like you.
It's not what you think, Joe.
I don't have to think. All I have to do is look.
Keep your hands off her.
Tell me again she isn't yours. And mine.
Don't touch her.
Why? My brother can deliver her, but I'm not good enough to even touch her?
Your brother didn't deliver her.
That's why you came here, isn't it? So you could be next to Mike. So you could blow the whistle on me.
Get out!
Now take it easy. No, we always end up like this. Can't we just talk? Look, I'm sorry about that big scene we had in New York.
Just leave.
If you would have told me about this, we could have worked something out.
I don't want to have anything to do with you. You're no better than a murderer.
Don't say that. What's my brother know?
Nothing. Yet.
Later.
I'll get that new display set up, Mr. Carson.
Must be Mike Rossi's brother, Joe.
Guilty.
I'm Elliot Carson. Welcome.
You must have a big unpaid doctor bill with my brother to be so nice about helping me get a job.
We're obligated to Mike, sure, but not with the dollars. Sit down, Joe. Sit down. How about a cup of coffee?
Oh, no, thanks.
All right, let's see. Supposing you tell me what you can do, and then I'll tell you, well, what's available. We do, quite a bit of business in the classified ads, and I hear about a lot of things. Then, of course, maybe... Well, you two know each other. Oh, excuse me. This is my wife, Constance. Constance, this is Mike Rossi's brother, Joe.
Pleased to meet you, Mrs. Carson.
I'm sorry, Joe. Would you mind calling me later? Our records certify that on the date in question, a baby girl was born to Allison McKenzie. L.B. Potter, head nurse.
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place. The Carsons are taking the baby, not you. Let me by. If you don't let me by, I'll yell my head off.
Let's have it. All of it.
Who are you, my brother, or some cop looking to make a bust? You said you'd give me a chance.
You knew why Allison left town, didn't you? You lied.
What are you talking about?
You lied to me.